All right, so tell me what's the story here?
This is part of the original Taylor farm, which is a much bigger property at one point, but it's been cut up along the years.
So the Taylor family was the original homesteaders, I guess, out here.
Probably, yeah, and they probably had a timber framer constructed for them.
Okay. So a couple of sawn barns.
Yep, sawn frame barn behind us here and a corn crib. They're about probably the same age, around 1880s. Just the corn crib is coming down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rebuild it into my personal house.
Oh, this is your home.
Yes.
I love projects where the builder, it's their home, because I imagine you've worked on quite a few barns.
We keep building other people's barn houses, and then I finally said, I'm putting my foot down, I'm gonna build my own.
So let's talk about the siding here. It is really in good shape.
There are some nice oak siding and vertical oak siding here in this area.
White oak, yes?
That's white oak, yeah.
Okay. How are you gonna reuse it in the new iteration of this barn?
We'll use it on the interior of the house.
Okay.
When it's finished, it'll be trim, or some of it will be an accent wall.
I really love to hear that you're gonna be reusing this stuff, because you've got this patina that you can't really recreate.
Correct.
You know, unnaturally. You just gotta let time do its thing.
And this is first generation siding, so this was when the corn crib was original structure.
There you go.
So the second generation material sometimes is in worse shape because it's just thinner and newer and from younger trees.
Yes,
so,
right. Well, let's go in. Let's check it out, yeah. Wow, this is a good one, Mike. I like it. So clearly our standing seam metal roof has taken good care of this barn, because from where I stand, everything looks pretty good. But we're still looking at a structure that's 140 years old. And the timbers that make up this structure are also hundreds of years old.
Yeah, if you have an 8x8 timber in here and it was cut down and used in the structure in, say, 1880, it was probably already 100+ years old, 120 maybe.
Yeah.
So it still goes back into the, mid 1700s when it was a sapling. So, and the trees were likely cut right here on this property.
Yes.
A lot of history right here.
Just nice, healthy sawn timbers. I mean, it's gorgeous.
In good shape too, condition-wise.
We don't think that there was a second floor in here, correct?
Only above this granary, which I believe is original to the frames.
That's kind of rare for a corn crib.
Yeah, a granary inside of a corn crib is unique. I've not seen them at all. That's where you're gonna keep your oats and your barley and your wheats, and that would be the grains that you would put in the bucket and feed your animals. Well, there's not animals in the corn crib.
Right. The corn crib, a fixture on most early American farms, was used to dry and store freshly harvested ear corn. It did so by having slatted exterior walls and interior partitions to allow maximum airflow to assist in the drying process, which also prevented the corn from rotting. Corn cribs are still in use today, but modern ones are generally cylindrical and are made of a wire mesh with a metal roof. This one is going to make a fantastic home with a ton of character.
The oak framing is definitely, original, and I believe they built it at the same time as they built the rest of the barn. Some of the salt marks a little bit different. I noticed this has circle sawn, and then this one is sash sawn, vertical.
Yep, vertical.
So two different mills were sawing this lumber for this structure at one time.
Interesting.
I probably will use most of this wood. This is going to be used on the interior somewhere, brown board.
Yep. This is nice brown.
Yeah, it's in great shape.
Board. Oh. So can you walk me through what we're going to be looking at in terms of a layout of the finished product once we're done?
This bay needs to be the main area for the great room, and then of course the loft above. So I'm going to probably turn it and use it in a little different orientation so I can make a front door to go in the side wall.
Ah, okay. So we still have the corn crib on this side. You're thinking this will now be the front door to the house over here?
Yeah, the entry. The cribs aren't going to go back in the way they are because it inhibits movement and use of the future structure.
It's so fun to stand in here and, think of 140 years ago, they were tossing corn in over the top, and if you would have told them back then, yeah, 140 years from now, a couple of goobers are gonna come in here with some
ideas and turn it into a house, they'd be like, what?
Right, right. Okay, Mike, it's not gonna take itself down, right?
Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately not. Come on, Zelma. We got work to do.
Zelma, you're not going up. Out. Out. Out and out of the way. Go on.
Selma, you don't get to go up this time, girl.
We waste no time in starting to strip off this siding, all of which Mike will be using in his new home, so care is taken to preserve each piece while removing all the old nails. We're using pneumatic nail punches to push the nails through the siding in order to reduce any potential damage to the boards.
Yeah, the guys, when they get it down there, they'll take the rest of the nails out. They'll make sure they're clean.
Stripping this siding, which most likely started growing in these fields before Europeans even settled in these parts, is just the first step in getting to the real prize, which is the amazing timber frame. Rural Butler County, Ohio, where spring is in full bloom and the promise of a vibrant summer is just around the bend. Mike's plan to transform this 1880s corn crib is well underway. His crew continues to strip the siding from this 140-year-old frame that will become his own home. As for me, I'm excited to do a little exploring around Hamilton. One place in particular I'm curious about is the Pyramid Hill Sculpture Park and Museum. Created on land donated to the city, Pyramid Hill is the crown jewel in the city of sculpture, and I'm very excited to check it out. Hi there.
Hello.
Wow, what a incredibly gorgeous park. Is it a park? Am I calling it the right thing?
It is. We're a sculpture park. Just over 300 acres.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you're just getting a fraction of the park right here.
Oh my gosh.
So we've got over 70 outdoor sculptures, and we are known as the City of Sculpture,
Oh.
both because of Pyramid Hill, but also it has now trickled down into the town, and there's pieces throughout downtown. We are a second home to a lot of sculptures that had a life somewhere else for people to enjoy, and now we bring them here kind of for their retirement, but also to make them appreciated by a wider audience.
Yes. Giving these sculptures a second chance really resonates with Mike's Corn Crib project, giving an abandoned and forgotten structure a new lease on life and a new appreciation.
Harry Wilkes was a local for Hamilton, and he started the park to bring people to art and nature.
Did he own this land before? Is that?
He did. He bought the land that became the house, the Pyramid House. Then he kept on adding to it over time.
So this is a house. This is not just a sculpture right here.
Yes, this was Harry's house. So he built this house to live in back in the early 90s. And then eventually when he passed, it became part of the park.
So is it all underground?
It is. There are no actual windows. There are skylights and doors because the entire thing's underground.
Oh my goodness. Do we get to go in?
Of course. I'll
Okay.
take you right in.
All right, I'm following you.
Okay.
Well, for someone who likes to entertain, I get it.
Yeah.
This is quite the entry. This is not what you expect to be underneath you when you're standing on the grass up there.
No, it's pretty special.
Oh my gosh. Look at all this. Antiques everywhere I can see.
Yeah, we've got Roman, Greek, Etruscan, Assyrian, and Egyptian.
Wow.
And check this out.
Oh my word. Wow.
You never get tired of this view.
No. This is just amazing, Sarah.
Yeah.
What a place.
It is.
This is not just like, hey, I'd like to build a house underground. I mean, this is a work of art for sure.
It took a lot of vision.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So we're gonna get to go view the rest of it, huh?
Yes.
Okay. And that's a sarcophagus.
It is. There is no mummy in it, though.
Dang it. The more than 70 monumental outdoor sculptures in this 300-acre park have been gathered from public spaces, private collections, and in some cases commissioned specially for the park. Each has an interesting history, and each has a story to tell.
So this is very Stonehenge-y.
Yes. This is Age of Stone by John Isherwood. It's definitely one of our more popular pieces.
The mental map that these artists are working with is something that most of us normal humans
No.
we're not equipped with.
Thinking in the 3D, and especially with a piece like this where there's multiple pieces spread
Right.
out, it's pretty impressive.
That is just so cool. There's so many different angles you can look at it. There's shadows. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh.
As you
beautiful.
imagine, it changes in every light. It's a little different.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Shakaya Booker is the artist.
Okay. And this is all reclaimed tires.
Yep. That's what she specializes in.
Wow.
We had a show of hers just a couple years back, and now the park has 2 pieces.
This is so cool. There are a ton of tires that are just thrown away and you can't do anything with them. The reality is this is a really difficult thing
It is.
to make. Cutting all of this,
Yeah.
that's hard.
And getting it to stay put in the
Right.
sun.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's just fantastic. Thanks for bringing me out here.
Of course.
I mean, the art is beautiful, the land is beautiful. It's just something to behold.
Before I leave the city of sculpture, I'm going to help Mike and his crew get the last of the siding removed, denailed, and sent off to his shop.
So you're gonna use this in the house?
Yes.
I put this one in the VIP pile.
With the skeleton of this barn stripped clean, the next step will be taking down the timber frame.
Mike, we've taken down siding, denailed. I mean, pretty good steps.
We're gonna tag it next.
Tag it next.
Then we can start taking the frame down.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty hot and sweaty, but I'm feeling pretty good about the barn.
Does this feel like home yet?
It's a little dirty, but I think it'll be just fine when it's all cleaned up.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, this is fun.
Just outside Hamilton, Ohio, Mike Wingler's crew has continued to dismantle the 1880s corn crib that will become his new home. And now, all of the timbers have been moved to Mike's shop for some much-needed repair. With the initial prep work complete, Mike has invited me back to Butler County to show off his progress and hopefully let me pitch in.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. What's up, Zelma? How you been? Yeah, sweet girl. Hi. Oh, this is your shop. This is it.
Yes.
This is quite the little woodworker Shangri-La you have created.
A little bit, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna build my house right here so I can be close to my shop.
Nice.
So there's the corn crib to house conversion.
Yeah.
And the guys got started yesterday and we've already got part of the timber frame up.
Yeah, you got a couple bents up already. And that backdrop of all those beautiful trees, of course, this is a beautiful time of year. I mean, spring in Ohio, goodness.
It is. It's much nicer than winter, I must say.
Yeah.
Let's go check out the corn crib.
Yeah, here we go. Come on. Good girl. Morning, guys.
Morning.
How's it going?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Let's get after it.
Yes, sir.
I am not here to stand around. Y'all abuse me. I am your free labor today, okay?
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Before any new timber frame bents can be raised, we have to assemble them.
Give that your best.
Persuader.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
There we go.
Awesome.
Okay.
We'll drill 3 holes in here. Somebody wants to drill them down.
I like how they've all walked away from me.
There we go.
Okay.
3 holes ready for pins.
Go. Thanks, sir.
Here we go.
With the entire bent joined together, it's time to bring in the heavy equipment. It's always such a great moment to see the bents go vertical.
All right, I'm gonna take it in.
Boy, that's how it's done right there.
It is.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Yeah. So let me ask you a couple things, because there's some differences obviously going on here than our sawn corn crib that we started with, like this post right here. The other thing I notice outside of the hand hewing that we see is this face is cut.
But we're adding another post on here that
Oh.
we needed to have some additional support, not just rely on the tenon, which we all know in the barn it would have been plenty strong enough. But for a
Interesting.
house, the engineers come up and say you have to do this, that, or the other to make it stronger.
Oh, so just the tenon sticking into that mortise up there is not enough.
Can't argue with the engineers.
No,
very
no,
well.
no,
They
no.
just-
Well, at the end of the day, you're still getting to use this incredible beam. You can see the original
Right.
scribe marks
yeah.
where they, you know, the original carpenter literally made their centering marks and did their cuts. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go help with the last
All right,
bit, yeah?
let's get it going.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Whoa, we're too big. I have to do some adjustment. So we're a 1/2 inch wide.
Uh-huh.
So Mike wants to center it. Take 1/4 inch off each side.
Yep.
While Mike's corn crib frame was in excellent shape, a few structural elements did need to be replaced. So getting those replacements to fit into our frame takes a little finessing.
All right. You ready to fit this thing?
Yeah, should be good. You ready?
Yeah.
Man, yep, go for it. There we go. Perfect.
Isn't that amazing what those little bugs can do?
Like it dark and wet.
I mean, my goodness, they just...
Devoured it.
With the fourth and final bent assembled, it can now be hoisted into its final resting place on the foundation.
Coming down.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go, perfect.
We have a few more hours to go before the whistle blows, but at the end of the day, we'll have the essential framing knocked out and ready for the next phase. I awake to another glorious spring day in Butler County, Ohio, and another glorious day of barn building. But before I head to the build site, I want to check out another example of Mike's work. And this one is just down the road.
How you doing?
Hi,
Well, I'm Clint.
I'm Connie.
It's nice to meet you, Connie.
Welcome to the farm.
A beautiful farm on an absolutely beautiful day.
I planned it that way.
This is a great looking barn.
It's the showpiece, I guess, of the remaining structures on the farm here.
Okay.
We've enjoyed it since it's been restored, and prior to that, it served a lot of animals well and families well.
So it's a bank barn?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The old classic Ohio bank barn.
Right.
A bank barn is a multi-level barn, usually built into a hillside to allow ground level access to both levels. The main barn floor was typically used for grain storage, while the lower level was used for livestock.
My grandparents bought the farm in
Oh.
1945,
Okay.
and we had sheep. My dad would shear them and store the wool in
ooh.
the small building right there.
So why was it so important to restore this barn?
Well, I actually think that a barn is a sacred place.
Yep,
So
yep.
much in life happens in a barn.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
what I hate to see is a barn just waiting to rot away and fade away into oblivion, and I just wanted to do what I could.
That's my motto. Like,
Yeah.
don't let these things fall apart And we're talking about wood that, in some cases, is upwards of 600 years old. So, I mean, these timbers that we're playing with here, they are priceless, and we're never going to get them back.
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
I hate to see them
It's
wasted.
been fun discovering all of that
Yes.
too. So, would you like to see inside?
I would love to take a look.
Okay.
Yeah,
Take a look this way. So here's our new old barn.
yeah. Your new old barn.
Yeah.
A party barn.
Yeah.
How fun.
Right. We use it more for social activities, just
family,
for us.
for-
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. The floors are original,
Okay.
very uneven. Some of it's reclaimed. Even then, it was reclaimed because there's from the Hamilton Champion paper mill boards.
Oh,
A
sure.
couple of those.
Oh, that's
and,
cool.
I wanted to preserve as much of the flavor,
Yeah.
the history, to
Yeah.
honor the old one. So this wall is original.
Oh, that's
This is the
cool.
original siding, but the rest of it had to be replaced. So a lot of original beams, but some reclaimed from other barns. So it'll last another 100 years.
Right.
Well, after I'm gone.
Yeah,
So,
right.
I've got a couple things I wanted to show you if you don't mind.
Oh, I would love to be shown some things.
Okay. This is an 1875 atlas of Butler County, which is where we are.
Okay.
And we're way down here in the corner of Milford Township. At one time, all of these farms were owned by one family, the
Okay.
Taylor, and so
Okay.
we are on this one, the Taylor farm.
Okay.
So this was from 1875, and my grandparents bought it in 1945. So as far as we know, we are just the second owner of the property.
Oh my gosh, okay.
And I've got a couple snapshots. I'm not sure of the age of these, but here is my grandfather standing in front of the corn crib, proud of his cattle.
Uh-huh.
We had a lot of white fence that, as a kid, my sister and I painted.
The white fence that you painted.
Yes.
And that's where we are today. Here we are right here.
there, sitting inside that building.
Wow, this is cool.
Yeah.
I think it's really neat that what you've tried to do is basically preserve it with as few modern updates as you possibly can, really. I mean, the barn, it's updated, it's great, but,
It
you know,
still has the heart
of
and the
an old
soul,
barn.
I think,
Yeah.
of an old barn.
Mm-hmm.
What Mike and Connie have done here, saving a bit of the past for future generations to appreciate and enjoy, is a mission that's close to my heart. So I'm excited to help Mike carry out that mission as our corn crib finally starts to take shape as a place he'll be lucky to call home.
Let's get after it.
Let's get after
Am I
it.
getting up in the lift today? I have a feeling
You
I'm
are.
getting up
You're
in
getting
lift
in the
today.
basket. We're going to put you in there.
Boy. All right, up we go.
The job at hand is installing the final top plate that joins the bins together.
Okay.
We're going to go my way.
I'm in.
Now they got to get their braces in. Okay, we're going to go up a little bit to get this brace in.
Keep going. There it is.
We got this in. We're good.
I'm not yet. No, I mean, I'm not even close. Is this brace the right one? Yeah, okay, we're in. Okay, yeah, we're good. I think you're still in the pocket now. You can just knock it down.
I'm down.
Securing the top plate to the frame involves a whole lot of drilling. And a whole lot of pounding.
You're really testing my hand-eye coordination.
Last pin. That's it.
Boom. How's the rafter situation?
I think we got it worked out now.
Okay,
Mixing old with new.
love it. It's gonna come together, buddy. You're gonna lay in bed in that loft one night and be real thankful.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go, I did it. I made it.
Finally.
Yeah. Just gonna need you to get it done before it gets cold. Okay?
Will do. Thank you.
That's my only request.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, see you soon.
All right.
Mike and his team are soon back at it, installing the rafters. After Zelma confirms the work passes the sniff test, a completed rafter system is fully in place. We made such great progress on my short visit. I can't wait to see what Mike's new corn crib home will look like on my next trip back to Ohio. It's been a few months since I departed Hamilton, Ohio, and in that time, our corn crib has begun to look like a real home. Inside, walls are being framed up for bathrooms and bedrooms. And outside, the walls have been sealed up and insulated, with the roof soon to follow. Insulated roofing panels will keep the antique corn crib frame protected from anything the harsh Ohio seasons can throw at it.
Zelma, come here, girl. How are you?
How we doing?
How are you, buddy?
Good.
Man, good to see you. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is like, wow. Whoa.
Yeah, and the window guys are starting to do the installs.
Today's windows.
Today is windows and doors, which I think we're going to get you to help us out here.
All right.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Woohoo!
Let's keep moving.
Yep.
You need some help carrying that bad boy?
No doubt.
Next up is a very special part of any home, the front door.
Dead on. Now we're golden.
With the door and window installation done for the day, I'm going to check out what has been referred to as the heart of Hamilton, Ohio. This small historic area is the original little town that has grown into the modern-day city of Hamilton, affectionately called the German Village. I've been told that if I want to see something truly unique to this community, I should visit a historic structure known as the Lane Hooven House.
Are you Jacob?
Yes. Hi, Clint. How are you?
I'm great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Welcome to the Lane Hooven House, home of the Hamilton Community Foundation.
This is remarkable. It's such a unique structure.
Thank you. One of the few examples of octagonal architecture, let alone brick octagonal architecture in the United States.
That is so unique.
The kind of folklore of the time was that octagonal architecture allowed for better airflow or more centralized heating that was more efficient in the structure.
So it didn't necessarily take off in terms of the idea behind the heating and cooling?
Not at all.
Okay. I'm seeing something that is blowing my mind. That is a sign marking how high the water got in a flood in 1913.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest natural disasters that our community has faced in the 100+ years of our existence. So we have a lot of buildings in our community that mark where the flood came to on those specific buildings.
I mean, amazing that these beautiful old buildings and houses are still here.
Many of them survived.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see it.
Let's go.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about this house.
Yeah, so it's called the Lane Hooven House because the first family to live here was the Lane family.
Okay.
And the last family to actually reside in the house was the Hooven family. The Lanes were here at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Clark Lane built engines, most of which were used for farming, amongst other things.
Okay. The staircase. How gorgeous.
I can't imagine what it took to actually get those shapes correct over 100 and some odd years ago.
Listen, I am a carpenter, and that gives me the hives thinking about What?
How hard that would be.
That's not my brand of carpentry right there. That is, wow, that is next level. And I'm taken aback by that. This whole thing is just, whew. And this office, whoa.
Amazing, isn't it?
Look at that doorway.
This is the largest door in the house.
It's amazing.
It's about 12 feet tall, and it has two different actual door structures to it. One has that accordion fold in it, and the other is a solid wood door. And I think that they did that to accommodate the fireplace that's just around the corner.
I'm blown away. This fireplace over here, Jacob, is just too much.
Probably one of my favorite little details of this house is in the tile work, they drew in tiles. So if you see this piece right here, you see how they built little itty bitty tiles inside of the actual tile work.
I mean, that is, wow.
It's really actually fitting that the foundation now resides here because Clark Lane was actually widely regarded as one of Hamilton's original philanthropists. And what we do as an organization is we fund people doing good work in our community. In the last year alone, we were able to actually provide over $1 million in scholarship to our young people to get higher education and more than $800,000 to local organizations doing work in our community.
Y'all are actually doing work to make sure that everybody has resources and lift people up. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Come back.
I'm going to keep walking in a circle until I find the exit, I guess.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Just keep going.
You gotta love when local oddities have their roots in national history. For the community of Hamilton, Ohio, they've managed to harness that history to ensure a brighter future. Back on site, big strides are being made as floors go in and stairs get their final treads. As the woodwork continues within, a decidedly more modern craft starts up outside. The concrete for the back patio is poured, smoothed over, and made ready for another little touch. Not content with just a flat slab, a little texture is applied that transforms the patio into something with a bit more character. The stockpile of wood from our corn crib continues to be measured, cut, and prepped as the exterior finally gets its siding. It's this kind of dedication to not only using the old ways, but making the craft front and center that makes Mike's work instantly engaging. My only worry is that when I see the final product, I may want to move the whole thing back to Waco. I'm back in Hamilton, Ohio, the city of sculpture. I've been on a month-long journey with Mike to take the raw components of a 140-year-old corn crib and remold it into Mike's dream home.
You have a house! Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. That's great, doesn't it?
It looks really good. You hit a home run.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy we're this far, so.
Yeah. Stepping back and before we go inside, looking at it from here, I really love the simplicity of it. The white windows and the white roof, and then just the blonde wood that has a very, very Scandinavian kind of feel to it, which fits in with the surroundings, and it really speaks to the craft that you are so good at. Plus, the real simple trim around the windows with that just a hint of a peak.
Kind of a German style, and I've just kind of duplicated and repeated it here and made it my own.
It's such a beautiful piece of property as well. I mean, you've got this clearing out behind your house. That'll be really nice to look at from your back porch.
And the orientation for the front porch also is that we can look at the sunset to the west.
Oh. So here's what I love about this. These barns, oftentimes we want to take them down and move the whole thing, and sometimes that works, you know, restore the whole thing, but oftentimes we can't. And so there's, you know, little pieces that get left out. You didn't hold on to it, and you just said, well, we can't use it, we got to throw it away. Then it's gone forever, we're never getting it back.
That's right.
But if you use it, you can throw it into projects like this, and it all really works together really well. This tractor sitting on the side of the house, I love it. That's the perfect touch for this.
Yeah, that's in a 1928 McCormick Deering 1020.
And it still runs?
Fires right up. Fired up this morning.
No way.
We'll see if it fires up again, but
Hey, if there's a minute, I'd love to take it for a spin. That is a gorgeous piece of machinery, and I love that it is just sitting there welcoming anybody who comes up to this beautiful house that you've built. So
it's a nice approach.
let's go check it out.
All right, let's
Okay?
go.
All right. I recognize that door, buddy.
Yeah, come on in.
All right. Oh, look at this. Woo! The corn crib is all grown up. I mean, wow.
Big difference, isn't it?
A big difference. Well done, sir. This is a home. I mean, this just screams, get done with a long day's work, walk home, cold beverage, fire over here in the stove, sit down, relax. Wow. Now, of course, I recognize all of these beautiful timbers, but then there's also some siding in here that I'm recognizing as well.
That's the siding from the crib.
Yes, yes. I love that this is kind of the feature wall, Mike. The vertical siding just really drawing your eye up. I think that's a really nice touch. This is not everyday stuff, and it's so unique. So when you get your hands on it and when you get to use it, you want to make sure that you use it in a way that people can really appreciate it.
That's what we like to do.
I noticed that you were very, very intentional about leaving the siding here spaced apart like it was in the corn crib.
Yes, because this would have been for air to pass through.
That's right.
To allow the ears of corn to dry out or
Yes.
stay dry
Yeah,
inside. And I felt it's a corn crib. Let's make it look like a corn crib.
Well, it's just beautiful. I love it. I love the mixture of, of course, all this beautiful old barn wood and then this gorgeous heart pine. I mean, this is really, really special.
And the reclaimed floor on that we're walking on too.
This is awesome.
But it's reclaimed poplar. It's the threshing floor, and we left it with the rough side up because I just wanted the character to it.
Reclaimed poplar is not something that you see every day.
And you can see how old that is because it's green all the way through because these are the hearts of the trees. They were virgin growth timber, so.
It's just beautiful and all the character that it holds. Don't want to get rid of
You
that.
want to take away that. You want to see the distress in it. And
That's right.
This is decades of people threshing grains
Yes.
on that barn floor. So
I really love it, Mike. This is really special. I want to talk about the staircase, though. Wow. That's a piece of art, buddy. Look at this. That's gorgeous. You went live edge, black walnut on this staircase. That is very unique. It's so custom to this house. The risers and the treads, this is definitely reclaimed wood as well. Did this come from our barn?
from the corn crib. So when we pulled the floor up where those wagons were sitting partially on, these are the joists that were in the floor.
That was it.
So I saved those oak joists and we made the treads out of it. And then the risers were some of the interior granary boards.
Gosh, these things are just beautiful.
Solid.
Yeah, very, very solid.
Come on, Zelma.
Oh, Mike, look at this. Gorgeous. With these windows on both gable ends, that really opens up the space.
Eastern light here, so I know when to wake up. And then the western there, just a little bit as it gets low, because the trees will help kind of shade it over there. So
Yeah.
it gave it some nice natural light with reflective whitewashing on the poplar on the roof deck.
Yeah.
Also helped out.
With a barn space, you can oftentimes overdo it with the wood, especially if it's a really, really large space. This barn just happens to be the right amount of space, just the right size, to where you really can just splash wood kind of everywhere, and it's not too much.
Right.
It just fits, it works. And you've done little things here and there that I just admire so much, like leaving this tenon with the trunnel hole, you know, right there at the top of the staircase.
It's there to see and explain to people what that was used for and also make it functional.
Yeah, well, it's great. You have
reclaimed wood in the best ways I can imagine. From one person who loves reclaimed wood to another, job well done.
Thank you.
This old corn crib turned new home is cozy, welcoming, and a genuine expression of Mike's passion. Because when I enter here, instead of it feeling like a museum or a temple to a long-lost art, it feels like I'm surrounded by the stories of each of these timbers, surrounded by old friends. And now, there's only one thing left to do.
Whoa! What a machine, Mike! What a machine!
I'm sure I couldn't ask for a better way to end this journey.
That is awesome.
Isn't that neat?
Yes.